speed limit is 65, knucklehead. You know where you gotta be. Not in Texas. Just because your plates and you're from Texas doesn't mean you can just do 75, 80 on the back roads like you do in Texas. All fire, hurry. Being dangerous. Alrighty. Lord. Just afternoon, just about 20 minutes after 12. This is US 160 here in Colorado. Blanca, Castilla, Colorado, a little bit east of Monte Vista, which we stopped at, did a load check. We got about 55 miles or so till we get to I-25. What town is that? Let's see. What do they call that right there? Oh, Walsenburg. Okay. Yeah, Walsenburg. So we'll get to that little town. And then it's, like I said, about another hour from there up to Pueblo West. I should get there just about 2 o'clock. Excuse me. So 2 o'clock, 2:15-ish. 4 hours, 4.5 hours, something like that. So there should be little issue for getting to Goodland, Kansas, right off of I-7. If we're really efficient with our time, we don't have a lot of road delays, we can stay at maximum speed, we have a slight possibility of getting to McCook, Nebraska, where we have our final delivery of this pallet of layered parts, which is coming out of Merced, California. Yesterday in Albuquerque, we got our first excavator delivered, no problems. I got up here. Speed limit reduced ahead. I got up here to Bloomfield, New Mexico, about 4:30. And, you know, that just, you know, that's a little bit too tight to expect them to take the load. Speed limit reduced ahead. They're in Farmington. It's only like 15 minutes away, so no, I just went to bed for the night. There in Bloomfield at the Speedway. Got over to Farmington this morning. Made my delivery. Got out of there. It's been basically US 550 and US 160 here. Up into Colorado, right near Durango. We took a right onto US 160. That took me over to Pagosa Springs, then eventually to Monte Vista. Like I said, we stopped there. This is the Blanca. This is my third or fourth time through this area in all my time as a truck driver. Bolsenberg, 53 miles ahead. But yesterday, on my way up to Farmington from Albuquerque, I actually got my next load. So after I get to McCook, Nebraska, I basically got 420 miles, basically 3/4 of a day, 2/3 to 3/4 of a day, over to Alta, Iowa. We got a grain cart to pick up there. 12'6" high. Without the tires, it's going to be about 12 foot wide. On the trailer, we're looking at about 14'2" on the trailer. So I need to get to my shipper as, very, very early in the day, because I need to get permits from northwest Iowa all the way down to south, a little bit south of Fort Worth, Texas. We're going to Alvarado, Texas. So the I-35 coming out of Fort Worth, we're going to be a little bit east of that, in south of Fort Worth.
Speed limit reduced ahead.
It's going to be roughly 420 miles from McCook over to Alta.
Speed limit reduced ahead.
Then it's around 880 miles, more likely 950 to get down there to Alvarado. The biggest challenge to get down there by early Monday is going to be when I can deliver. The absolute soonest I can deliver, Fort Garland. So the absolute soonest that we can, deliver, we want to get delivered on Friday morning. Well, so if I can be there right now, tonight, and get unloaded the absolute first moment possible on Friday morning. It's going to be about 7 hours to get over there. So we can get loaded or unloaded at 7 a.m. Then 7 hours over there. After that, we're looking at about 1400. So 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock. We can have our permits requested. And hopefully we can have, all the states So I have an annual permit for Iowa. We need Nebraska, Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas. So I need 4 states, so Kansas, Nebraska, Oklahoma, Texas. I need 4 states permits. As early on Friday afternoon. See all these overhead lights here. So we got to go with a little bit of climbing to do here, but not too bad. My permits, like I said, for 4 states, depending on what route they make me go. I'm good for Iowa because I already have an annual permit for Iowa. It's just a matter what way is going to be the best way once I put in my width and my height, what way is going to be the fastest and safest. Then what those states are going to make me do. Curfews for start stop time down to Texas early Monday morning. I will. Southeast of Fort Worth. Then all day Saturday drive. I do about 650 miles on Saturday. That leaves roughly 100 miles to go Monday morning. And then I could do a reset on Sunday. I could just drive on Sunday as well if I'm allowed to. Right to where I'm going to deliver pretty much. First thing in the morning, get it off, go get the next load on, and take that load a little bit slower. Make sure I'll just work up a recap until the next weekend. Welcome to Colorado, US 160. We're about 40 miles west of Walsenburg. They're at I-25, south of Denver and Pueblo. We're heading up to Pueblo West. We're going to drop off a John Deere 26G mini excavator. We'll get that done around 2 to 2:15-ish. At a minimum, we're going to get out to we'll get out to Goodland today at a bare minimum. There's no people around. Like I said, if we can get to McCook, Nebraska tonight, that would be fantastic. I doubt I'm going to make it there, but whatever. We're going to try. Because the sooner I get there, the sooner this pallet of parts comes off, the sooner I'm rolling out of there to Iowa, pick up our grain cart, and rolling as fast as we can, down to Texas for Monday. But, like I said, what the permits let me do, what the timing lets me do, what the weather, what the road construction, traffic, how I'm feeling, what the truck is doing, all those variables. We're going to do our time on our own and get out of there very, very quickly as possible. So we're in 18th gear, 65 miles an hour, which is the speed limit. We're running around 1390, 1400 RPM. La Vuelta Pass. A little climbing here to do. Like I said, we're just trying to get as close to 6,000 miles for this upcoming pay period. Now that'll help us, me and the wife a lot, making up for what was lost with the accident back in May. May 19th. I mean, 12 days, almost 2 full weeks, where I really didn't make anything. It was not good. But a big accident like that can do that. I said we went gangbusters, getting from Arkansas out to California. We had a bit of a delay in California, because the weekend, and then paperwork not being done correctly on Monday, picking up on Tuesday, getting to Albuquerque, then getting up here to Farmington, and now here, Colorado, over into Nebraska, hopefully by the end of the day today. If we can get that done today, I'll be happy. The hard work would have been worth it. Yeah, I thought I'd catch this guy by before the top of the climb here. Now this pickup here would just move around a little bit faster. Come on, man. Why do I got to slow down because you don't want to drive? Thank you very much. Speed limit 65. There's no reason why you were hanging back there doing 60. Snow fences right there. Now I'm pretty sure this little valley here gets pretty choked up with snow during the winter time. Like I said, all this stuff just hinges upon, nothing on the road really being an issue, not a whole lot of construction slowing me down, nobody wasting their time, nothing going wrong with the truck or myself, no accidents, all that jazz. Stay on your side of the white line there, buddy. The little dash right there is my side and your side. All right. 6% grade. Idyllic as it could be. We went through here and just cut the dead trees down and, cut them up into smaller pieces and, let them rot away. I think that would do a lot more for the beauty of the area and the health of the area as well. Some dead trees, yes, leave a few standing. That's still necessary, but you cut a good portion of them down. So they start rotting away into the ground. Put that nutrients back into the soil where it belongs. I'm tapping our brakes just a little. Not a whole lot. The Jake brake is doing 95% of the work. We just want to make sure we keep good control of the truck as it goes downhill. Right now, we only weigh about 43,000 excavator in this pallet of parts. You see on this mountain here, off to the right, not a lot of trees have come back. There's a lot of low scrub, shrubbery, whatnot is coming to take over. So, there wasn't a lot of trees there to begin with, but a fire going through can really take all that stuff out. All right, 22 miles to our turn up here in Walsenburg, or Walsenburg. Here on I-25. We got about 80 miles to go to our delivery. Most of this downhill, this descent here, vast majority of it, not touching the brakes. Brakes are wholly unnecessary going down a mountain. Then we'll descend even more as we head in up to Iowa, northwest Iowa, and then down to Texas. But definitely definitely some nice views today. If I had thought about it, I would have set up the GoPro earlier, climbing up the mountain, going down the mountain. Right now we're basically heading due east at the moment. About 17 miles, we're going to get on our turn. We're going to go north. So we got about 75 miles to go for our third excavator delivery. Well, he's about 300 and something miles. 330 miles roughly. Or 328. Something like that, up to McCook, Nebraska. I don't think we're going to get there tonight. I mean, it's a slight possibility. We'll see how, I think I'm only going to have like 4 hours. And I think I need over 5 to get up there, so we'll just do our best. If I can just deliver, if I have to deliver morning tomorrow, but I still have enough time to get over to Alta, Iowa, and get loaded and get my permits, I'll be okay. You know, I'll be able to make up that time on the weekend. go with as much rapidity as we possibly can. Stony trucking guy here is going a little bit below the speed limit, which I'm not going to say the bad thing. You know, I'd rather him be safe than, you know, drive a truck in a way that he is not capable of handling. Or Story, I think it's called. I think that's Story. So, as long as he's safe and he's not crashing, when I have a way to pass him, you know, a passing lane, then I'll use that, but that's what's slowing me down, about 5 miles an hour right now. Not exactly a happy camper about that, but Toyota pickup in front of me would, you know, he was all in a big fire hurry to pass me, you know, climbing up the mountain, climbing up the hill, but all of a sudden now he wants to go slow. Hey, passing lane in 2 miles. Time to tighten it up there, buddy. You tighten it up now, be easier to pass once we get to the passing lane. Alright, so about 13 miles ahead we have the town of Walsenburg, Colorado, which sits right on top of I-25, which runs north-south. Those clouds look a little dark over there. We had a couple sprinkles on the windshield just now. When we get back into the curves and you slow back down to 60, you're still not in anybody's way. Knucklehead. Knucklehead. Gotta use your brain when you're driving a truck. Well, pretty much when you're doing anything. You can see here, the road 55. I'm blocking all these people. Here's a passing lane. I'm gonna speed. No, that's not how you do it. All right. Well, like I said, you know, we'll get this last excavator off here in a little over an hour. Then it's boogie, boogie, boogie. I mean, I'm going to have to do a 30-minute break no matter what I do tonight. Plus, crossing into Kansas, I'm going to be moving in. I'm going to lose an hour there because of the time zone difference, going from Mountain Time to Central Time. That just made that's an hour and a half later in the day than I want to be getting there. So even if I get to cook tonight, they're going to be closed. They're not going to be, nobody's going to be waiting around for me with a nice old Mustang. Nobody's going to be waiting for me just to upload one pallet. No. And I'm not about to interrupt anybody's time at home with their family just for me. No. I've already had enough generosity given to me there at the shipper in Rialto, loading 2 of these things an hour later than they normally do. You know, the normal loading time shuts down at 3 p.m. I was there at 3:45, 4 o'clock. They loaded me. So I've already had enough kindness given to me already on this trip. So I mean, the delays I've already had, blah blah blah. I can't do anything to change those, so it's not worth crying about. Yet I'll cry about it. Whatever. But we will do what we got to try to make up for it by being as efficient as we can. Man, I am hungry hippo today. So just a little after 11 o'clock Mountain Time, I pulled into the Cinex little truck stop, little convenience store, gas station truck stop there in Monte Vista, Colorado. And my stomach was growling. I had a big knot in my stomach. So they had a little pre-made little Philly, like 7-inch, 8-inch Philly cheesesteak type deal. I grabbed that. I mean, it's better than just plain chips or whatnot. Some red and green pepper, a little bit of onion, a little bit of cheese, a little bit of a little bit of steak meat, chopped up, a roll. Not exactly the best thing to have, but considering all the other just snacky stuff they got, that's one of the better things that was in there. I had that was my lunch. That was 18 hours of fasting from last night. So I met my goal for my daily fast.
Speed limit reduced ahead.
Last night, I made a quick 1 hour boeuf bourguignon, a French red wine beef stew. Now, if I had really taken the time like I would really truly like, that recipe takes about 5 to 6 hours to do it the best possible way I can do it. But I didn't make a roux. I didn't, really brown the meat and, roast the vegetables and, really make a nice, highly concentrated soup and sauce. But, quickly throwing everything into the Instapot. 40-minute cook. Open it up, stir everything up, make sure it's all, everything is good, but usually it's not necessary. I can just basically dump it in. Then, a cup of Pinot Noir wine, dump that in.
In 3
cook
miles,
it for 20 minutes.
turn left onto South Main Street.
Everything is pretty decent. Comes off pretty well. I would have liked to have more beef. I would like to have had a little bit less potato, but should have made the carrots a little bit smaller, but like I said, I was just trying to cook it, make it as acceptable as possible within an hour. But then I said, had that, had an 18-hour fast, had this Philly cheesesteak, such as it were.
Speed limit reduced ahead. Speed limit reduced ahead.
But tonight, I got some chicken thighs in the refrigerator. I took them out last night so they could thaw. They should be thawed today. If I need to take them out, but if they need to thaw more, I'll take them out of the refrigerator and let them sit on the floor. And, they're in vacuum bags. So I'll thaw them out even more. And I plan on doing some barbecue chicken tonight. So no pasta, no bread, no noodles of any kind, no beans, no rice or anything else. The only carbohydrates I'm going to get from is going to be from the barbecue sauce. Now that'll be my meal tonight. 4 chicken thighs for my meal tonight. Tomorrow, I was thinking of having like a teriyaki chicken with a little bit of rice. Saturday, I was thinking of doing a little bit more rice, and making a beef bowl. So I got some 7327 ground beef.
Turn left onto South Main Street.
I was going to fry that up. Fry that up with some onion, some spices, garlic, black pepper, a little bit of red pepper flake, just a little bit. This is Walsenburg, Colorado.
Turn at the first left onto South Main Street.
Hopefully nobody comes down Main Street here. Yeah. Gotta stay a little away from the trees and from the parked cars on the side. So we're gonna ride with our wheel over the yellow line here a little bit. County courthouse, getting some work done on it. Not bad. Yeah, right. not particularly tall with the truck and the load, but I don't want to be hitting trees no matter what. Like I said, so Saturday, like I said, I'm going to do a little bit of rice, some hamburger, scrambled up. I don't think I have any more eggs left, but we'll find some eggs. We'll scramble them up too. See if I can't find some peas. Take a little bit of, steam some peas. A little bit of seaweed, a little bit of onion. If I have any like water chestnut in my little water there, I might put a little bit of water. Saute some water chestnut. Might put some of that. Saute with a little bit of soy sauce. Maybe do that. Put all that in a bowl on top of some rice. Like that'll be a nice, maybe not perfect dinner, but a nice enjoyable dinner for me at least. That's the kind of thing I like. Then of course Sunday, I think what I'll do Sunday is just some stewed beef. No potatoes, no carrots, no onions, just beef. Saute, sear it off so it's got some nice, good color and flavor. A few little spices here and there, a little bit of garlic, a little bit of soy sauce, a little bit of beef broth, whatnot. We'll stew those for about an hour and a half. We'll make a nice big, nice pound of that, pound and a half of that, and we'll have a nice, carnivore meal for Sunday. I think that might be the ticket for the rest of the week. I said, we're not going to have a whole lot of rice. We're just going to have maybe half a cup, Friday and Saturday. None on Sunday, nothing, no pasta or anything else on Sunday. Nothing tonight as far as, pasta or rice or potato. We already had that last night.
In a quarter mile, enter highway onto I-25.
All right, we got about 54 miles up I-25, and then whatever that road is,
enter highway onto
going out to Pueblo West. I see US 50. Now we can step it up to 70 miles an hour here. So a little under an hour to our delivery here at Pueblo West. And then we'll see how far to McCook, Nebraska we can get. If we can make it there by the end of the day today, outstanding. I'll have about an hour and 45 minutes, roughly. And then I'll see what I get with a 30-minute break, how much time I get added. I mean, it's only going to be about another 2.5 hours, I think. Like I said, I'm thinking about it now. I might not make it to McCook tonight. But I will be on their doorstep first thing in the morning tomorrow. They can scoop off this pallet. Then we got 420 miles basically, to get to Alta, Iowa. We got to deal with the time zone change. We got to deal. No, I said. But like I said, we'll do our best to get there as close as possible tonight. Then tomorrow, we got about a 7-hour trip to northwest Iowa. Get loaded. Get our permits for at least 4 states to get down to Alvarado, Texas. And I want to try to get down there by Monday.
Warning ahead.
Bit under the gun, self-imposed, yes. I'm not required to be there any particular time. But I wanted to, I'm trying to, accomplish something here. So if I can get it done, like I said, be in Alvarado, Texas, as early Monday morning as possible, I'm going to do that. It looks like a military convoy up here, so that's what it looks like from this distance. Military vehicle here. Why are we braking? That's a government van, military van. Yes. You don't need to slow down to look at them. Not a sightseeing tour. You still need to drive like you normally would. If those were all civilian cars, you'd be driving like a bat out of hell. Yeah, beautiful turn signal there, knucklehead. Like I said, if everything works out as smoothly as it possibly can, like I said, I'll be in Texas making my delivery. By 10 a.m. Monday morning.